When I say I was not going to do a reading today, I was not going to do a reading today. Like, this was not in, not on the cards. I was about to say, I'm like, is that way too on the nose? I just did not think I would have the time nor the energy. I literally have half an hour before I resume work, and I just did not think I was in this space, but clearly something has to come through, because I have this overwhelming feeling of like, you need to get in the cards, you need to get behind the camera, in front of the camera. See, this is where my mind is. It's so scrambled, but still there's like this need for a message to come through. I'm not even doing my usual intro, y'all. My name is Dance. This is my channel, That Good Tarot, where we do timeless readings for anyone with any placements. If you've made your way to this reading, I do believe there is a message in here for you. Let's get into it. Ace of Wands. We have a beginning coming through, a new beginning, a renewed beginning. Something gets to start over again in a way that feels really good. Something gets to start over again in a manner that that it was always kind of destined to be, and that it's kind of like you get like a second chance to do things the right way, to have experiences in the way that like you wish you could go back in time and do things differently. You're actually getting the opportunity to do things differently. We have the Emperor, we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Judgment here. It really does feel like you go back in time and you're like, okay, well, if I had the chance again, I would do things differently. I'd do this differently. I'll do that differently. You'd communicate differently. And you know exactly how you want to start approaching your future, your relationships. You're ready to kind of bring things back. You're ready to resurrect so many different things. I think that you're finally centered within yourself to be like, okay, you know what? I'm ready to do this. Like, I know exactly what I want from this. I know exactly what I want from my future. And it's like not even just one particular thing. It's so many different lanes. I know what I want. Why do I feel like some of you go into the gym and it's like, okay, I know what my actual goals here are. And then there's career, and then there's certain relationships where you're like, you know what? I actually really know how I want this dynamic to be moving forward. And I'm ready to start initiating with that energy. I love that. I love that. Oh, this is the energy I needed to bring me out of my funk today. We have the Four of Wands. You are so ready to build a future. And I feel like this is a big deal because maybe you were not someone who really thought about building the foundation of your future. Maybe there's part of you that felt quite immature, like the future was a very long way away, and then there were parts of you that felt really terrified by the idea of setting up a foundation for your future. But now you're like, you know what? No, I think I want to do that now. I think I want to start setting up my life now. I think I want to start thinking about intentionally putting down roots and laying down, like I literally see laying down foundation bricks for what will someday be like your house, your home, your future, symbolically, of course. But like this comes in the form of career, it comes with physical health, it comes from like inner well-being, but it really, really comes into the realm of relationships. It's no more of just these like colleague friendships. Like you want community, you want partnership, you want someone who's gonna like do life with you. You want someone who's going to be by your side. You want someone who's going to be a ride or die. And I feel like you're ready to show up and be that ride or die with someone. You're like, okay, this is you and me. Like this, I want to be in that. Maybe you see other people within that and you're like, oh man, I wish, like, why have I not given enough to that dynamic before? I think it was because you were so afraid of the idea of growing up. You were so afraid of the idea of maturing, or just like aging out, like losing your youth and having a serious relationship where you're building something together. Like that feels just so grown up, and you'd rather exist in your youthful energy where it's like, oh, these relationships, you don't know where it's going. You don't know what's going to happen. As we talk about that, we have a whole lot of swords coming up. 5 of Swords, King of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. There's been a lot of defeat. A lot of these relationships have come with a lot of wounds, and it's made you just want to be like, I'm okay on my own. I am so fine all on my own. I can totally deal with everything if I'm just by myself. I am a lone wolf. I am an island, and that island has kept you so separated. And now you're at the point where you're like, wait, hold on. Everyone's pairing off. Everyone's off building a future. And what have I been doing? It's like you reach that point where it's like, okay, I was so afraid of aging out that I didn't want to build a foundation. And now I've gotten to the point where I'm supposed to have a foundation and I don't have it yet. What's happening? So this is what I feel like there was that kind of reckoning that came to you, and you're like, okay, you know what? I don't see it as a bad thing now, making a foundation for myself and settling. I don't want to say settling down, but it's not settling. Like, it's like you're building upwards. It's not going down, it's building up. We have the Knight of Cups here. You're ready to like be emotionally available to people. And it's not something that you are known for. Being emotionally available in a way that is consistent is just not something. It's just not your forte. I feel like you're ready to like take the first steps at being that person, especially with people that you've had in the past. Like, you're like, okay, it's time for me to start to resurrect and give back to these relationships that you probably neglected a little bit in the past, and you're just like trying to like water them a bit more and try and bring those relationships back to life, which is good. I think they're a safe place for you to practice emotional availability. I think that hopefully the people that know you well are going to be with you with space and grace and patience to help you through the learning curve of consistency, because I feel like it's very difficult for you. I think you're still like, you have a foot in each world of like, I want to be this lone wolf, and I want to have solid community and build a future with the interdependent relationships in my world. We have the Hanged One. You're thinking this thing, but you're still so in the practice of being alone. Like, you're still so, it's hard for you to take that initial like step. You're like, okay, I want community and I want to build with people and I want to do these things, but you're still just in your own little space, like thinking about it and thinking about all the things you could do, but you're not actually doing the things. And it came back to the reading that we had a couple days ago of like, now's the time to take action, time to take imperfect action and do it with the people that love you enough to be with you on the learning curve of you learning consistency, which means you're probably not going to be perfect as you start. Even if you're not perfectly showing up in people's lives, if you're showing up more than you used to, it's probably such a blessing to them. Like, they're probably like, fuck yeah. It's going to feel unsafe. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel inconvenient. These are things that being out in the world and being around people is going to, that's what it's going to be. It's going to feel unsafe because you're safe in your little controlled environment. And you go outside of that and around other people, it's just not going to feel safe. That's not to say that they're not safe. It's just not as safe as you being alone. But what you will find is there is great safety with people in your world. And that's what you and your nervous system needs to learn, that you can and you will be safe with different people. And with some people you won't be safe, but you also need to learn that even with people that aren't quote unquote safe, you are still safe because you will protect yourself. You know how to protect yourself. You know how to set boundaries. It's time for you to practice doing that in real world situations. You know the red flags, you know the bad feelings, you know the ick vibes, and you know how to dip out when they come up. Any more cards? I feel like this is a really short and sweet message. Get out of your own head. Get out of your room. Time to go and interact with the world. I'm so like it sounds patronizing for me to say like I'm so proud of you, but like the message is not from me, it's from your guides. They're very proud of you for coming to this space. You've definitely done the time being a lone wolf and doing things alone, but they're like, yes, okay, good. Go and be with people, go interact with people, go give and receive and exchange energy with people. Like that's literally the point. Literally the point. You were not put on this earth to spend time alone in your room. That's not the experience. That's an experience you were supposed to have, but that's not the experience that you were supposed to have here. Let's get into the oracle cards. Good. Short and sweet reading. I'm glad not too much of a message is coming through and I can enjoy the last 20 minutes of my break before I start work again. Universe, please, last words of insight, wisdom, inspiration for this beautiful collective. Just let me be. Liberation, free spirit, wild, authentic. Let yourself go out into the world and exist. Like it's almost feeling like you keeping yourself alone and isolated. It's actually keeping yourself caged. You're not letting yourself go outside. Let yourself go out into the world and let yourself be. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and letting me be in your energy is exactly what I needed today. I'll see you in the next reading.